You look in the mirror, especially from the side, and think, maybe I'll just throw something over it. But what if the right outfit could shape your silhouette without hiding behind layers? Today, I'll show you how. Ladies, give me just around 8 minutes of your time in this video, and I promise it will be time well spent. So many of us have been told that the only way to conceal a tummy, especially from the side view, is by layering up. And yes, that can work. But what if I told you there are styling strategies that don't require layering at all, and in fact, might work even better? Here's the thing. Sometimes layering can actually make the tummy more noticeable, especially from the side. Surprised? I'll explain exactly why that happens and how to avoid it, so stay with me. Now, I want to say something important. I know how easy it is to focus so much on hiding the tummy that you end up choosing outfits that your mind thinks are helping. But in reality, they throw off your entire silhouette. This video is about getting you out of that loop. We're going to explore smarter, more flattering options that help you feel elegant, comfortable, and confident. So, let's dive in. When it comes to minimizing the look of a tummy, whether from the front or the side, one key factor that often gets overlooked is your bust-to-tummy ratio. And trust me, it makes all the difference. In this video, I'm going to break that down for you step by step. I've poured a lot into this episode because it came directly from your comments. You asked for more insights on this, and I listened. This is why your voice matters. Every comment helps shape the content I create, because I want these videos to truly serve you. You deserve to feel good in your clothes, from every angle. Ladies, let's start strong. In this first section, we're focusing on the how to choose the most flattering styles if you have a fuller midsection, whether paired with a smaller bust or a fuller bust. You'll mostly see front view examples here. We'll fully explore side view tips in the next section. Now, when you first look at a top, what grabs your attention? The color, the print, the design details? That's totally natural. But today, I want to train your eyes to look differently, to see what works for your shape, not just what's pretty on the hanger. Let's start with the neckline. This detail can do so much. For a woman with a small bust and a fuller midsection, the goal is to add depth and lift to the chest area. For a woman with a full bust and rounder tummy, the neckline should do the opposite. Create slimming illusions and break up volume. Now let's take these two tops as examples. At first glance, both have V necklines, which is typically one of the most flattering shapes, but look closer and you'll see why they serve different body types. The first top is ideal for a small bust with a fuller tummy. Why? This V neckline is subtle and doesn't pull focus to the bust. Instead, it creates gentle shape with a gathered seam and high empire line, adding soft volume around the chest and upper midsection. This is perfect for adding presence to a smaller chest while letting the fabric fall gently where you want less attention. The second top works beautifully for a full bust with a rounder tummy. This deeper V-neck visually lengthens the neck and slims the chest. The lace detail keeps the focus up near the face, while the vertical buttons draw the eye downward in a clean line. Plus, the A-line shape starting just under the bust gives ease around the tummy without adding heaviness. And let's talk about those jeans, because they're doing something smart too. If you have shorter legs, jeans with a slight front slit at the hem create a clean, vertical break in the fabric, which helps visually lengthen the leg. This not only brings balance to a fuller tummy or upper body, but also keeps the overall silhouette from looking overwhelmed. The slit elongates the legs, softens the shape, and subtly shifts focus away from the midsection. So it's not just a trend, it's a thoughtful styling trick that works beautifully. But here's something many women overlook. If you have a smaller bust and fuller middle, the square neckline can be even more flattering. Why? Because it draws the eye up, frames the face, and adds width across the chest, which helps balance out the shape. Take this example. A square neckline with a horizontal lace insert adds just the right visual width without exaggerating the midsection. On a larger bust, though, this same top might fall straight down from the chest, making the body appear less defined. For short-waisted, busty women, it can even shorten the torso visually, especially if the bust pushes the fabric outward. If you have a smaller bust, here's a gentle styling tip. Try a shaping camisole or longline bra. It gives subtle support and lift, so the fabric flows downward, not outward, which helps keep your shape clean and lengthened. All right, ladies, now let's turn to the side view, because this is where so many dresses either quietly flatter you or completely work against you. So let's start with the question: what really matters when you want to flatter your shape from the side? It all comes down to something most people don't even think about: the waist position and how your dress is constructed at the midsection. Think of seams like silent sculptors. Where those seams sit and how they direct the fabric can absolutely transform how your silhouette appears. Now let's break this down. If you have a smaller bust and a fuller midsection, your best friends are gentle empire waists or soft A-line seams. These styles lift the visual line just above the tummy and allow the fabric to glide over the midsection without clinging. But, and this is important, avoid dresses that have excessive gathers directly under the bust. Why? Because all that bunching can make your bust and tummy visually blend into one block. It adds puffiness instead of shape. Now, if your upper body is fuller, especially around the bust, the placement of the seam becomes even more important. Here's what often goes wrong. A lot of empire waist tops and dresses are placed too high, sitting right across the fullest part. And what happens next? The fabric just shoots straight out, forming a tent-like silhouette that exaggerates both the bust and midsection. From the side, it shortens the torso and flattens any natural shape. Instead, what works beautifully is a dress where the empire seam starts just below the bust. That's the sweet spot. It allows the fabric to flow after the bust, not from it. Add in a bit of vertical shaping, structured pleat, and the result is clean, elegant, and intentional. Dresses in this category often include pleated or softly belted silhouettes, which help break up the visual volume in the upper body. All right, ladies, I know we're almost at the 8-minute mark, but before we wrap up, let me share 2 final tips. Let's start at the top. High necklines, those round, closed styles that sit close to your collarbone, can be tricky. They visually shorten the neck and push all the attention right to the bust line, which makes everything feel more compact and, well, heavy. Even if the top fits beautifully through the arms or waist, a high neckline can make it look like your bust is leading the outfit, and not always in the best way. Sound familiar? Now, let's slide down to the hem. If you carry more weight around the tummy, asymmetrical hems are one of your best-kept style secrets. Why? Because they disrupt the straight horizontal line that a regular hem creates. And that's a very good thing. A straight hem cuts right across the body and basically says, "Here's the widest part of me." But an asymmetrical hem, especially one that dips slightly at the center or off to the side, keeps the eye moving. It draws attention downward in a natural, graceful way. It elongates the body, softens the midsection, and shifts the focus away from the tummy, all without shouting for attention. It's like giving your outfit rhythm and movement, even when you're standing still. Ladies, there's still so much more I want to share with you, but my real hope is that with each video, including this one, you're picking up the tips that truly work for your body. That way, each new style tip I bring can simply build on what you already know, making getting dressed feel easier, more joyful, and more you. Now, I always say this: there's no one-size-fits-all advice when it comes to styling. Take, for example, what I mentioned about waist seams and fuller busts. If I had more time, I'd love to dive even deeper into how that connects to different tummy types and body shapes. But creating these videos does take quite a bit of time, So if that kind of detail is something you'd be interested in, please let me know. It would mean so much to hear that it's something you truly need. It helps me know my time and effort are worth it. More than anything, I just want to say how inspired I am by you. The way so many of you continue to show up for yourselves, regardless of age, or how your body may have changed over the years, is incredibly motivating. Your willingness to keep evolving, to keep caring about how you show up in the world, lights a fire in me. Every time I read your comments, it reminds me why I do this. You are so intentional, so full of grace and strength. To those of you who have been supporting me, you have no idea how much I appreciate you, truly. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, your age is not your limit, it's your power.